Burchell so hell-bent on the relationship between the House Speaker and her family, which includes also the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. Member of Parliament Burchell, are you married? Can you come forward and explain to us within a marriage what happens within a marriage and what happens when a female who is the wife is controlling of her husband? Because you must be married and you must be in a relationship, a marriage relationship where you are the controlling party, because that is the only thing that will allow you to know how does a female control her husband in a relationship. You're in Parliament, yourself and the millions of PMP member of Parliament that's there, along with the leader of the opposition, who is also an MP. And because you all can't dictate, you can't roll up the Parliament to suit your desires, you now come and try to attack the personality of the Speaker of the House. Now you're into the Speaker of the House's relationship with her husband. You're now into their marriage. So tell me, when does it stop with you, Nekeisha Burchell? When is the final straw that breaks the camel's back? What are you seeking really? Because we all understand and know that you love attention. We know that. But we're always going to comment when we see you step out of place. Member Burchell, please take heed with how it is that you're attacking not just the Speaker of the House, but now you have taken it out of Parliament and you're into their personal lives. Look into yourself, Member Burchell. That is not becoming of a first-time Member of Parliament and of someone who wants a political career. So rethink your behavior, Member Burchell.
In Parliament. Parliament are no back road, you know. Parliament are no go-go place. You understand me? Parliament are no chuck stop. Because right now, from a look upon you, Mr. is a prostitute star. You have entertainer, you have politician, and you're still in a Parliament and look the Prime Minister. Me I watch a little click on them thing over Vishal, and I can't believe so watch our member of Parliament in a Parliament and go on them type of way that push out your tongue. And I do hey, your auntie, girl. Why your auntie no rascal? You are one entertainer. I want to make a day Peter Bunting of a thump in your ear, you know. Yes. And pop off your wig off your head and squeeze you in your neck and them thing over shot. What make you so torment? What make you so torment, Nekeisha Burchell? The people elect you as the member of Parliament and send you a God house to come and things to them. But you know that to the Parliament, look man. Take that, you are going, I'll show you a picture with that.
That generate revenues and keep and maintain the center. It's a place where things are taught, where youth innovate and explore internet access.
Just watch her take it up.
Where dancing,
watch her, torment lady.
And dreams are held.
Watch it, watch there, watch there.
It's a program of activities that generate revenues and keep and maintain the center. It's a place where skills are taught, where youth innovate and explore internet access, innovation and entrepreneurs. Where dancing,
watch your TikTok.
And dreams are held.
You see it? Hey, I can't tell you no man, I can't tell you much of God knows. Michael man is supposed to vex in and grave. So boy, she a part of the family. Trust me. Cause a girl that checks the Parliament go-go club or back road for sell pussy, you know. Yes. The people elect her as the member of Parliament and send her a Parliament. I say every little thing, she picky. She all a video. She all a video in a Parliament and them thing and send it out on him page. You know say the girl out harder. Eh? Girl, I want you. She got in your skin? What make you so haunted? What make you so torment? And the boy date and camera too. I want to look a puppy, you know. I love how my Prime Minister stand and say, well, you know.
Mark, when you lie so till you not even keep track of the lie them you tell You in our interview say you spend just over $350,000 per month, of your salary, Listen to yourself.
Are you still doing what you said you would do with your salary by donating a portion to charity?
Yes, I do. Every month I spend over $350,000 on worthy causes, and I've continued to do that because the issue with the teachers and others is still on.
Margolin, remember, your salary moved from just over $8 million to $25.7 million, And when you minus all the taxes them and you divide that by 12, $350,000 spending per month does not equate to 80% of your salary increase. When you calculate it by month, when you calculate it by year, when you calculate it by 6 months, when you can calculate it by quarter, does not equate to what you just told the people. The lies you lie, brother. I'm matter of fact, here what? Show us the maths that you use the maths this out, right? Show us receipts of the jobs them that you have been doing for worthy causes. Because you're lying, man.
Today I rise to speak directly to the citizens of this noble nation through your esteemed chair. Because while the political internet activists are busy celebrating viral sound bites, I am noticing a massive, dangerous, and systemic blind spot within the public discourse. Members opposite are whispering sweet populist rhetoric into the ears of our people and their internet trolls, talking about foreign policy as if this island exists in a geographic vacuum, completely oblivious to the brutal, unyielding mechanics of global power. They do not understand, Madam Speaker, that when the United States of America knocks on our door, the executive branch is not entering an academic debate. We are managing a crisis of economic survival. Let us give this honorable chamber a magnificent intellectual tickle and interrogate the actual asymmetry of power, the massive structural imbalance where a global superpower can crush a small island nation's economy with a single pen stroke. Madam Speaker, we must confront the contemporary global landscape characterized by an administration in Washington that is unapologetically aggressive on immigration, national borders, and regional compliance. When the United States approached the government elected by the people with a strict initiative regarding the Third Country Nationals TSN transit program, the internet trolls and the disciples of Captain Chaos, the leader of the opposition, screamed for this country to just say no and slam the door. They wanted a spectacular display of emotional pride. Madam Speaker, they completely failed to calculate the real world costs of a reckless, uncalculated refusal. And I want the average Jamaican to listen to this broadcast to understand exactly what that devastation looked like. If this state bluntly refused to cooperate, the U.S. executive branch wouldn't hesitate to pull the visa guillotine, instantly freezing or suspending non-immigrant visas for ordinary Jamaicans, which means the embassy on Oxford Road shuts down operations, terminating visitor visas, student visas, and seasonal farm worker placements overnight. Consider the remittance lifeline, Madam Speaker, where over $3 billion flows into Jamaica annually from the diaspora. A hostile Washington administration can impose massive transactional taxes or choke off wire transfers entirely, meaning the money Auntie sends from New York to buy food in downtown Kingston or medication in Clarendon vanishes instantly from the local economy. Furthermore, under the Caribbean Basin Trade Partnership Act, Over 80% of Jamaican exports enter the US market entirely tariff free. But a diplomatic refusal would invite a heavy tariff hammer, slapping border taxes on our goods that would cause local manufacturers to collapse and thousands of jobs to disappear. When a superpower holds all those cards, Madam Speaker, saying no is not bravery. It is economic suicide and a recipe for ruling over ruins. The government elected by the people understood this dynamic perfectly, choosing not to capitulate but to engage in structural diplomacy, the strategic art of negotiating safeguards to protect national sovereignty while maintaining essential global alliances. Instead of letting Washington dump thousands of migrants on our shores, our professional state security and foreign affairs negotiators went to the table and, under the leadership of National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, hammered out an incredibly tight, restricted deal, locking in a strict cap that allows a maximum of 25 individuals to transition through Jamaica at any single time. This is not an open border, but a highly secure, fully managed transit process financed entirely by the United Nations International Organization for Migration. And we kept the sovereign right to refuse entry to anyone with an absolute hard stop if more than 10 people apply for asylum. But, Madam Speaker, let us unmask the ultimate theater of the absurdity taking place in this house. Because while Captain Chaos stands before the cameras outside to manufacture outrage and incite fear among the populace, he forgot to coordinate his script with reality. Just a day ago, at his very own opposition news conference, Mark Golding explicitly admitted to the journalists gathered that if he were Prime Minister and the United States government asked him to sign this exact agreement, he would have said yes. He sat before the microphones and confessed that he would have done the exact same thing, proving that this entire public resistance is nothing more than a hollow political stunt designed to manipulate public anxiety. He is weaponizing a serious international security matter for cheap political theater, demonstrating a total lack of structural rigor and exposing a leadership that is completely bankrupt of alternative solutions. Madam Speaker, let the record reflect that this is where we must heap the highest commendations and absolute praise upon the government elected by the people. This administration has shown what true institutional maturity, visionary foresight, and fierce protective leadership look like. While others play games with the livelihood of our citizens, this government stood as a bulletproof shield for the average Jamaican family, demonstrating a profound, unyielding dedication to the holistic well-being of our people. They refused to play reckless Russian roulette with our cousins' seasonal farm work opportunity. They refused to compromise the remittance money that feeds our grandmother in the hills of Manchester. And they refused to endanger the local manufacturing jobs that keep food on the tables of thousands of Jamaican households. This is an executive directorate that does not think in mere 5-year election cycles, but rather engineers long-term economic stability and state security, proving beyond all doubt that the welfare, prosperity, and daily peace of mind of every single Jamaican citizen remain the supreme, non-negotiable priority of this state. That is what you call protecting the state, Madam Speaker, because you don't burn down the house, just to prove you own the match. You sit down, you face the geopolitical realities, and you negotiate a boundary that keeps your people safe while keeping the visa lines open, the trade moving, and the remittances flowing. Madam Speaker, it is time for the political directorate to step into institutional maturity. While Captain Chaos and his team would have walked away from the table, just like they walk away from the Constitutional Reform Committee, this administration chose to stand its ground, secure the bag, protect our borders, and keep the global superpower at bay. I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank you all for liking, sharing, and engaging my videos, as well as following me to Garden House. Take care of yourself. Walk good, Jamaica.